Here's my full DistroKid review for 2025, the 10-year update. I originally started using DistroKid in February of 2015, and I'm using DistroKid, like I said, for 10 years straight. And to give you a short answer, in terms of my DistroKid review, 5 out of 5 stars is the reason why I've stayed with DistroKid for the past 10 years. And with that being said, let's get right into DistroKid. First things first, let's start out with the exact layout of DistroKid. In case you didn't know, DistroKid allows you to release your music on all the different stores and streaming services. Spotify, RDO, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, the list goes on and on. There are a bajillion of different stores that DistroKid releases through. And you can see right here that when I go to my profile, I can easily see all my releases right here. I can see, of course, the fact that they're all released, right? Because there's an impending phase when you go to release the song, the album, the EP itself. I have the stores right here that's being released on. And keep in mind, for some of these, there's numerous different subsects of those stores itself. All these right here, very simple and easy to follow layout. And that's what I love about DistroKid, is it really follows the KISS model, or keep it simple, stupid, right? First thing I want to show you, in addition to, of course, the layout, getting more to the nitty gritty, is how much does it cost? I know this is the big thing a lot of people have questions about when it comes to streaming services. Of course, if you're an independent musician, money sometimes is very, very tight, especially in the beginning. Here's how much it costs: $23 a year for unlimited uploads. $23 a year. Or you can start here, $1.92 a month. That's unbelievable, right? The fact that you can spend $23 a year and have unlimited uploads. If you want to upload every day, so 365 songs, one every day, you could do so at no extra cost. That is significantly cheaper than all the other stores and distributors out there. This is insane. Absolutely ridiculous. And I feel like when it comes to DistroKid, that's what really put it on the map, as being like, wow, I only spent $23 for unlimited uploads when most of them charge per upload or whatever. Especially if you do release a lot, DistroKid is the perfect way. Now, I will say, I personally have the Musicians Plus account. There are mainly 3 different plans on DistroKid. One is Musician, the basic one, $23 a year for unlimited uploads, or $1.92 per month for unlimited uploads. This one is $40 a year, so it's roughly about $17 extra a year, right? Or let's say a couple extra bucks a month. The main reason why is this: customizable label name. I've talked about this in a lot of other videos about DistroKid. When you release music under here, you have under the label name the word DistroKid. Or basically it says DistroKid is the label. For me, I never really like that. No offense to DistroKid. So with here, I'd much rather spend the extra $17 a year and have the customizable label name. I have my label, which is Meta Music Records. I'm the only one on it, or I guess technically it's me and another AI artist, which we'll talk about a bit later in this video, as I know AI music is a very hot topic right now. But I like this. I like the fact that you can have the customizable label name. And in case you're curious, like, Mark, I don't have a label. How do I create a label? I'll show you how to do that in literally seconds. It's very easy with DistroKid. Then lastly, we have Ultimate. This is for, let's say, if you're releasing tons of different artists. Like, let's say you have an actual label and you have 20 artists on it. This is what you want to go down, right? This kind of path. But for most people watching this video, it's either going to be the Musician or the Musicians Plus account. For me, I think that the Musician Plus account is well worth it for an extra $17 a year just to have the customizable label name. And with that being said, with the customizable label name and releasing music, let me show you how easy it is to release music on DistroKid. I'm going to go to Upload right up here at the top and upload music. Now, the main 3 things I like about DistroKid, being honest, is one, how easy it is to use. Like I showed you with the layout on the homepage, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the uploading feature right here and more. Second is the price. For $40 a year that I spend, I mean, that's so cheap. If you, let's say, can't afford that, let's say money's a bit tight, even $23 a year for unlimited uploads is significantly cheaper. And then 3, the features. We'll get to the features after this. But to show you first off, here are all the services DistroKid releases on. A lot of them. And keep in mind, for Apple Music, this includes a lot of the other subsects of Apple Music. So you're talking about all the biggest and best services. In terms of releasing music, And I will do like an in-depth video about how to release music on DistroKid in 2025 soon, where I go a bit more in depth. So right now I'm just kind of scraping the surface here, but you can see I picked a number of songs, whether it's a single or an EP or an album, whatever. I'll just leave it on a single for now. Quickly go through here. Has a single been previously released? My artist or band name. All these different like little logistics and indexing stuff when it comes to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and more with Instagram and Facebook. I picked the release date, or just today, for example. My record label, like I said before, it takes seconds. All you literally do, once you have the Musician Plus account, is you just type in a name. I could type in like blah, blah, I don't know why I type in blue. I meant to say blah. I'll type in blue, blah. Is that how you spell blah? Blah, B-L-U-H? I think, yeah, Blue Blah Records. That's how easy it is. Now I just created my own record label called Blue Blah Records. Pretty bad name. I guess it has a kind of a ring to it. I don't know. That's how easy it is to create a record label. So you're not having to create a website and a whole other social media accounts and get all these kind of logistical things put into place. You literally just type in a name under record label. It is that easy, right? Then I pick, of course, the language, the genre. I can upload the album cover this way. And then in addition, I just type in the track name. All these little nitty-gritty things like, do you have a featured artist? Is there a version to it? I upload the audio file itself. I do suggest doing WAV, so it's basically the highest quality possible, and avoiding MP3 if possible. A couple other like nitty-gritty little things like spatial audio or Dolby Atmos. Is it a cover song or not? Which you can do cover songs, and you can release cover songs if you want to on DistroKid. Your real name as a songwriter, which you need to do to connect your release to performance rights organizations and other different aspects. Again, some of this is pretty straightforward. Explicit lyrics, is it a radio edit, instrumental? It's pretty simple. And I remember going to other distributors doing this, and it was way more information, way more complicated. It was very annoying. It was confusing. With this, it's pretty simple. Then I go down here to now the extras. Now I want to say there's two different types of extras on DistroKid. There's extras that are release specific that cost extra money, and other extras. I don't know if there's I didn't know the word, or I might call them like premiums. Maybe not premiums because that implies the idea of money, but other features of DistroKid, right? Here, I'm not gonna lie. This is a big question I get a lot. Which one of these are worth it or not? I personally don't really do any of the extras. I think when it comes to uploading on DistroKid, these are all great. Now, yes, some of these are worth it, like a social media pack. In terms of YouTube Content ID, I know that's a big thing a lot of people want to know about. Discovery packs, Store Maximizer, Leave a Legacy, which means if let's say your credit card doesn't go through or whatever, DistroKid at some point will take your music down if your payment doesn't go through after a long period of time and you don't pay your DistroKid fee. By clicking this, it stays online forever, right? So that's something I know some people are very interested in as well. DistroVid, I'm not really going to talk about DistroVid in this video, but it's basically music video distribution, a lot of normalization. Not going to lie, these aren't really that worth it in my opinion, if you just want me to be honest. Here, I have check important mandatory checkboxes. I'm just kind of scraping the surface here, but you can see releasing music on DistroKid is pretty simple. You just follow the steps, and even if, like, say, you've never done this before, it makes it way more simple than every other distribution service, and that's why I love DistroKid. So one, like I said, very easy. I'm going to leave this because obviously I'm not uploading right now. Very easy to upload music, right? Takes 2 seconds. When it comes to the payment, $23 a year for unlimited uploads. Now let's talk about, in my opinion, one of, if not the best part about DistroKid, and that is the other big features. If I go here, there's a lot to this. Now, this could be in itself, although it looks simple at first, this could be in itself a 2-hour, 3-hour long video. I go really in depth of each one of these. So I'm scraping the surface. But when I go down here, we have goodies. Actually, that's a better word for it. Not just extras, but goodies. And there's, as you can see here, 6 different categories of goodies. Most of these, I'd say 99% are free. So let's kind of go through them. I'm going to do this somewhat rapid fire. Maybe I'll highlight a couple of them that I really like. But get her now. So I Playlister, a search engine for playlist contact info. Like, so you want to get on Spotify playlist. Wheel of Playlists. Basically, you can spin the wheel. It's kind of like a luck thing to get put on the Spotify playlist. Get voted into playlists, and slaps.com, which is basically, it's a music social network where you kind of review other songs and they review yours, right? Again, I'm going to go through this pretty quick. This itself could be a whole video. Maybe I'll do an entire video dedicated just to the goodies. All these different things here when it comes to promoting yourself, right? Hyperfollow, mini videos, meme video generators. I've used these actually a lot, where you could take your song. Let's see if I can show you one. Is Mr. Beast the best? Oh no, DistroKid. This one came out really good. Where is it, DistroKid? I think this is the one. Yeah, let me actually switch this to OBS so you can hear it. Actually, let me show you this. So this one that we can do is create like a meme-like video. And you can see here, this is from that scene of Friends where Marcel the monkey plays a song and Ross is like, no, don't play the song.
Marcel?
See here.
Where are you going with that disc? You are not putting that on again. Marcel, okay, if you press that button, you are in very, very big trouble.
And this is, of course, my song. Might as well mention that. But actually, the video turned out super well because it syncs it automatically with the music.
Watch me take control.
Perfect. Right, so you get the idea. So what's kind of cool about this, and that's just one feature I'm showing you, of course, just one feature, is that what I can do, I can make any of these new videos. There are some like little guidelines, like if I go to the Marcel one, which is the one I just showed you, I think it says, where is it, make one with your own song. It says skip to which part, so I'll see optional, set this to 15 seconds before the chorus or the drop in EDM to sync when the dancing starts, right? So you do kind of want to get a little creative and kind of pick the best point. As I saw you in my one that I made, I wanted the drop, of course, to be right on when they start kind of dancing, you know? And that's what's great about this. And this is completely free, keep in mind. Completely free to do this. So I have the meme video generator. I have also mini videos. So these are like kind of little things I can post on like TikTok or Instagram that they're like, you can see here, all right? Little things like that, right? So these are cool to kind of promote yourself, promote your music. I have Vizzy Video Generator. These are great to create visualizers that we probably see a lot on YouTube and other platforms. These do cost money, I will say that. I'm not gonna lie, I feel mixed about how useful these are or not. Some of these are really cool, but they do cost some money. Like I said, like this one, like this DJ one is, I think, I just pick like A&W. It's like $9. Not super expensive, but I feel mixed about Vizzy, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a cool feature though, if you want to use it. And then I have promo cards, right? So these are great. Some of these I kind of really like. I'll just do America F Yeah, this album that I made. So I have obviously like holiday packs and stuff like that. I have these, like if I want to release, that I can post this on, you know, different platforms, social media. Again, great ways to promote your music once you release it. And I say to a lot of musicians, I hate to say it, I think maybe more, I mean, it's tough for me to say exactly, but like I feel like 75% right now when it comes to the music world or business is marketing and promotion. 25% is making really good music. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but definitely a subject for a different video, right? Maybe I'll talk about that in a future video, but now we have special access, right? Let's move forward through these goodies as quick as I can. There's a lot of good ones. Spotify for artists. This is huge to get kind of the back end of Spotify of your streams, your demographics, all the analytics basically from your Spotify streams. TikTok artist account, very similar to like a YouTube official artist channel. I have this on my TikTok account now. If you check out my TikTok, it says I'm a musician. I have different special tabs now for music, and I could do artist picks. I can feature people who have used my music on their TikTok accounts and videos. This is great. Apple Music for artists, very similar to Spotify for artists. Title Artist Home, same thing. YouTube OAC. I know this is a big hot topic for a lot of musicians. They want to get an official artist channel on YouTube with that cool little note check mark and everything. You can do that here. Connect to Audio Mac, right? And then RIAA Gold and Platinum monitoring. If let's say your songs go crazy viral, crazy big, and you could potentially get a plaque, right? You can do that through this, which is kind of cool. Going forward, enhance your music, adding lyrics, credits. You can have an AI bot tell you about your song. I can create a Spotify canvas, which I know Spotify is kind of toying around with that idea of having it be like, not like a music video, but kind of, it's kind of like a blend of like a music video with like a visualizer. You can do that here. Protecting your music. This is a big thing. If like say you want to monitor it on major streaming platforms, the vault, this is actually super sick to me that as you can see, I have 58 gigs. It's basically like a free online storage system. I can access any of my releases from any time I release them, and even ones that I've deleted. They're permanently saved right here, which is great. Like there's one song I created called Piano Bounce. I released this in 2015. In hindsight, realized it wasn't the best song. I can go to this release. As you see, I released this in, actually from the time I'm filming this video, almost exactly 10 years ago, or 9 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago. This is the song. See, I think I was actually pretty young there. This is me playing the piano, called Piano Bounce. See, the artwork, I think this actually picture came out kind of cool. I removed this, though. I've gotten better at the graphic design of my album artwork. So I'm looking at this being like, oh, it's a bit cringe. Anyway, I can download the album artwork. I can download the song. Here's all the specific like metadata about the song. The vault's pretty insane for DistroKid. That even if you release that single, that album, that EP, like in this case, it's still backed up forever. Like say I want to download this and re-release it or do something with it, right? It's right there. And then I also have DistroLock, to make sure that I can protect my music. Because sometimes it does happen where people might steal your songs. It's rare, but it can happen. Or let's say if your music, just something happens, you have right here as protection services. And then lastly, helpful when needed. Mixer, this is a big one. Kind of similar to these. I feel like Mixer probably makes more sense to be on protect your music, but a little different. Where sometimes, like say, your release goes on a different artist profile, or vice versa. Another artist song goes on your account. We have this right here. I have Spotify URI, looker upper. Same thing for Apple ID, kind of similar to Spotify URI. And then YouTube allow list of, let's say you want to whitelist a channel, meaning if they use your music, they don't get any copyright strikes from YouTube. But as you can see here, this is what's so insane about DistroKid. We have a very simple layout, super, super cheap and inexpensive, and of course, tons of goodies that for the most part are all included in your membership. Like I said in the intro, 5 out of 5 stars when it comes to DistroKid. I released my first album, The Light Nearby, in February of 2015, and 10 years later, I'm still using DistroKid. And I gotta be honest, every year, I've made these review videos. Where every year I've said, hey, this is the 8-year review of DistroKid, the 9-year review. Now we're on the decade review, 10 years later of using DistroKid. I've been using DistroKid for 10 years, and honestly, I love it. And I think there's 2 meta things I'm going to say about DistroKid. One, I've noticed it's gotten a lot better. DistroKid now is honestly the biggest independent music distributing service. I remember 10 years ago, no one knew about DistroKid. And I was kind of being like, you know what? I'll take a chance. I know there was CD Baby, there was TuneCore, I'll take a chance on DistroKid, and I'm really glad I did. Now it really is the biggest one. And there are major artists that all use DistroKid. And like I said, for a good reason. It is that simple, that easy when it comes to releasing music, getting paid, getting the revenue from your streams and your downloads and everything. I didn't really show you that in this video, more to highlight the features of DistroKid, but getting paid is super simple, right? There's about a 2 to 3 month lag when someone streams or downloads your song for that money to then appear in your banking section of DistroKid. You download it, or not download it. I guess, does it count as a download? Not really. It's more a direct deposit. But I guess you could say download, I guess, in a sense. Tomato, tomato. But you have that money appear in your account. You cash out. I mean, DistroKid, like I said, one has just gotten better. With all the features, all the new streaming services that it connects with, it's constantly adding new stores. It's also connected with major other industries and businesses because everybody knows DistroKid. Everybody loves DistroKid. So a lot of other places are willing to work with DistroKid. So one, over the past decade of using DistroKid almost every day, honestly, I'm on DistroKid all the time, releasing new music and everything. It's the best. Second thing I want to say as well is, and I mean this in a really good way, it's not gotten more complicated. There are more features, but what I like about it is it reminds me a lot of the Google model. Like, if you go on Google, it's always going to be Google, and then you search something. Like, yeah, maybe Google once in a while will create and change their letters. Like, I know right now it's about to be Christmas, so they might have like a Christmas Google font and kind of thing, right, or graphic design. But Google has always kept that KISS model. Keep it simple, stupid. DistroKid has the same thing, and I love that. That even in the past 10 years, I have noticed we've probably seen this on so many other platforms, where over the years they change a bunch of layouts and functions and features and becomes more complicated to use and becomes annoying. Not the case with the DistroKid. It is always ultra simple. And now one last thing I want to mention, which I briefly touched upon, I might as well mention on this video because I've done a lot of videos recently about this, is AI music. I mentioned I have 2 different artists that I release under. One is Ficero. That is me. That is my artist. That's my main artist project. That's my main focus. That's pretty much what I do. Releasing what I'm going to call in this case, human-made music. Then I have the Infinite Lamb Chop. Now the Infinite Lamb Chop is all my AI music. That is music I've made using an AI music generator and releasing it. And I kind of do it for fun. I don't really take it seriously, if I had to be honest. Maybe I should at some point. It's kind of fun to do, but it's just kind of like whatever to me. I'll be honest. It's kind of like whatever. I just do it a lot for fun. That being said, a big question I know a lot of people have right now when it comes to AI music and AI music generators, And to be more specific, AI releases is, can you? Can you release AI music on DistroKid? The answer is yes. I did contact DistroKid support. I've already done a video about this, but I contacted DistroKid support and they basically said, yeah, they gave me the green light. You can release AI music. There are two main exceptions to this. One is, of course, when it comes to AI music generators, you have to make sure they're not using any copyrighted work. There have been AI music generators that in the past got caught not making the music themselves, but stealing parts from other copyrighted songs and putting them together. So as opposed to creating the puzzle pieces and putting it together, they steal other puzzle pieces and then put them together. That is illegal. You can't use other copyrighted work in your songs. We probably all know this, but I gotta mention it. Second thing, and I do want to mention this as well, and I mentioned it in that video, is remember DistroKid, for better or for worse, is at the mercy to other stores. They want to do whatever they can to be in Spotify's good graces and the other platforms, and they are. But keep in mind, that does mean that if Spotify puts in a new policy or implements something new, DistroKid kind of has to follow suit. So keep that in mind, that as we're in 2025, AI music is a very hot topic right now with things like Suno and Udio getting better and better almost by the day. It is a hot topic, and keep in mind that let's say one day and randomly in 2025, Spotify comes out and says, hey, just letting you know, no more AI music. We're cracking down. We don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to try to figure it out. DistroKid will follow suit and say, hey, we're okay with it, but Spotify's not. Keep that in mind. Now, great. Does that mean you could still release your AI music on Apple Music? Maybe. It is a very gray area right now. There's a lot of tricky things that come into play when it comes to AI music, but that's something I do want to mention just to keep in mind that if like you are watching this video, and I know a lot of people have hit me up about this, saying, hey, Mark, you make a lot of videos about DistroKid. You made a lot of videos about AI music. What about the intersection? Can I release my AI music on DistroKid? This is a big hot topic I've been asked about a lot. The answer is yes, but keep in mind that you never know when things change. Maybe policies will change. Who knows? Maybe DistroKid rolls it back. Maybe DistroKid says, hey, you know what? Actually, we're going to change our mind. If we feel like that you're releasing AI music, or we catch you releasing AI music, whatever, we're actually going to kind of either remove the release, delete it, reject it, or whatever. Just something to keep in mind, right? Because I know this is a big, big hot topic right now. That being said, you can release AI music, but getting past the AI music stuff, just to give you that brief kind of synopsis, because I've already done a lot of videos about AI music. When it comes to just releasing music in general, DistroKid is truly the best. And this is the main reason, because I kind of believe about doing what I preach, like not just walking the walk, actually not just talking the talk, but walking the walk. And there's a reason when it comes to my music that I've released on all these different platforms. There's the main reason why I've used DistroKid for literally the past 10 years, the past decade. It is truly the best.